How long does it take your dopamine receptors to come back when you get into recovery? I get asked this a lot. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Dr. Nicole Labor. I'm an addiction medicine physician and a person in long-term recovery. So when you're actively using substances, highly rewarding substances, alcohol, THC, opiates, amphetamines, etc., your brain essentially downregulates dopamine receptors. And so the only way for you to experience joy and pleasure is to use these highly rewarding substances. So normal things are not enjoyable. And essentially, if you stop using those substances, there's a period of time where the brain has to reboot and bring those receptors back. And while that's happening, life feels flat and dull and gray and unmotivating. And depending on your genetics, what you were using, how long you were using, etc., most people will start to see a tiny bit of improvement in the 3 to 6 month range, but it could take up to 2 years for those receptors to fully come back. A lot of it will depend on what you're doing. So you can speed up the process by intentionally creating a healing environment. So the first few things, of course, are the things I'm always talking about. Morning fucking sunlight, getting good sleep, eating protein, moving more, stabilizing your blood sugar. But there's a couple other things too. Avoid microdosing dopamine, right? So avoid doom scrolling, video gaming, these kind of digital things that release higher than normal levels of dopamine. Even though they're great distractions, which I'm going to talk about in another video, they actually slow the healing process. Reach out to other individuals. And here's the big one. Dive into recovery. So connect with other humans as much as possible. Surround yourself with a recovery environment, whatever that looks like for you. So if that's meetings, if that's groups, support groups, if that's a church group, whatever that looks like for you, immerse yourself in it the way that you are immersed in your culture of using. And force feed yourself joyful things that used to be joyful that no longer are. So if you used to love to play instruments or craft or whatever, and those things are not super enjoyable right now, make yourself do them anyway, because those are the things that used to give your brain more dopamine than other people. And so those are the things that are going to sort of bring back those receptors more quickly. And keep doing these things over and over and over. Connect with humans, surround yourself in recovery, and then, of course, the big 5. And the more you do this and the more repetitive you are with it, the quicker your brain will heal. The more you hide or isolate or just try to like white knuckle it through or distract yourself like digitally or with other addictive behaviors, the slower the healing process will be, and the longer you're going to feel like shit and then be like, why the fuck am I even sober if I'm going to feel like shit? And remember, even though your dopamine receptors heal, if you are not working on your frontal cortex, you're not working on your coping skills, you're not working on how to deal with life, it doesn't matter when those receptors come back, because you'll wind up relapsing, and then ultimately you'll have to start the damn process all over again. So for more neurobiology of addiction that you won't find in a rehab brochure, go ahead and like, follow, share, blah, blah, blah.